And being faithful.
Faith, infidelity.
Yeah.
Polygamy. Like, listen.
I think that happens with all men, though.
Yeah.
But I feel like they concentrate on black men more.
Well, I can only speak for my circle, innit? Do you know
the people that you're around, yeah.
That I'm around, innit? So that's why I specify black men, because I'm talking to black men all the time.
Yeah.
But if we get into it, yeah, let the people know who you are, please. Because
my name's Nolay. I'll keep it short and sweet. If you check out my page, then you can find out most about me, to be honest. I'm a musician, female rapper.
Listen,
I'm a podcast, like to dabble in some hosting.
I've been enjoying your podcast, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, talk that talk.
I've been enjoying the podcast. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's good. It's a good space for women.
Yeah.
Kind of get their to get their views out, and
yeah.
I also think you as an artist, I think it's people kind of box people in. Do you get what I'm saying? So
definitely. When it comes to me, it's like
yeah.
Like, I think that's why sometimes like people will see me like on certain pages like arguing in defense of certain female rappers, but I think the reason why I take things so personally is I think because when they see you rap, they tend to think like they need to understand like people can be multifaceted, and I have a lot of different sides to me. Like literally, the rapper and the artist is like it's one side of me. Like, yeah. So I do think like doing lives like this, because I hate live, to be honest. I hate it. I'm not good at functioning it or anything, so I tend to stay off of live. But I think doing podcasts and stuff like this, it is good for people to see.
Are you generally quite introverted? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I love.
Funny about like a lot of people that are outwardly like in the public eye can be introverted.
Do you know what? You can look it up. There's a lot of actors, actresses, like people that play sports, musicians that are introverted. I'm one of those people. I love making music and stuff. I just don't always like everything that comes with it, if that makes any sense. Obviously, there's certain obligations that I have as an artist that I need to deliver in. But I don't love fame. Like, obviously, I love my supporters and that, but I'm not someone, you get some artists, they're really into that. Like, they love being that center of attention and that person. That's not me.
Right.
And I spend like a lot of my time outside of music, and that I spend a lot of my time like, if I'm not going studio or touring or doing something like that, I spend a lot of time at home, to be honest. Yeah. Just chilling and yeah.
All right.
Going on a tangent.
No, it's fine. Let's get into it. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it. First of all, monogamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, monogamy. I would say, given my experience with monogamy, I would just give a little bit of background. I have spent half of my life in monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
So I've had 3 major monogamous relationships, right? Yeah. One was 7 years, one was 2.5 years, and the other was nearly a decade, right?
Yeah.
Nearly 10
Long
years.
time.
And I'm currently single.
Yeah.
Now, so me looking at my own experience, I've spent half of my life in monogamous relationships and they haven't worked out. Right? Yeah. So I don't need to go.
But why have they not worked out because of your behavior, because of the woman's behavior, or because of both of your behavior?
2 haven't worked out because of infidelity. Not on my side, right?
Okay.
So that made me question monogamy generally, yeah? Like, is it possible to be monogamous until the dying day in this age? Is it possible to have one partner to your dying day?
I feel like it depends when you get with that partner, first of all, because I feel like we go through life, like it's not necessarily you're going to meet someone, I don't know, when you're like 16, 17, 18, and then be with that person till you die. Like, you might, but I think in this day and age, it boils down to people's morals as well, their morals and their values and that person as an individual,
Mm.
because I know some people that can't do it, and I know people that prefer it. You know, both female and male. Me personally, would I prefer to be in like a monogamous relationship? Yes. I wouldn't really want to be with someone that's putting it around all over the place. But do I believe that men are biologically made, like biologically wise?
Yeah, go on.
To be monogamous, that's another story.
All right.
We're getting into a whole. Obviously, I can only speak on what I know. So there's certain things like I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not, you know, I don't know everything about these things. But sometimes I do question if men are biologically created that way to be monogamous. And that's just from like reading, possibly I could be reading
experience.
I wouldn't even say life experience so much, because I wouldn't say that I'm a person that has been cheated on multiple times. You know, I have been cheated on in the past, but I feel like that's like it's like a learning process, and I wouldn't really have it any other way, because I feel like it's made me the woman that I am today. I feel like you have to go through things in life and experience things in order to
100%, yeah,
you know, make you the person that you are. But I mean, do you think that men, from a biological standpoint, that men are meant to be monogamous?
I said I actually don't. I don't think men.
Yeah.
About men, I don't think men are wired to be monogamous.
That's the word, wired. Yeah, that's the word that I was looking for.
Because and the reason why I say that, right? I look at human beings like animals. But bearing in mind, when I was in my monogamous relationships, I was. Does that make sense?
But that's what I mean. So you had, but is that down to a feeling, or is that down to your morals? Because just because you was monogamous, it doesn't mean that you didn't feel like.
Do you know what it was? I think it was societal pressure.
Yeah.
Society tells you, this society, that you are supposed to be monogamous. I think society tells you that you are supposed to be this way. You're supposed to have one wife, 2.4 children, a white picket fence. Yeah. You're supposed to ride off into the sunset with your woman.
Yeah.
However, I think the reality of it doesn't really look like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the reality, because I would go back to, like, if I was to go back to my parents' generation, right?
Yeah.
What's your background? What's your parents' background?
My mum's Greek Cypriot and my dad's Jamaican and Cuban.
Right. So my dad's Jamaican, my mum's Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
And when I look into their generation were more marriage orientated than I would say. But even though their generation was more marriage orientated, right? What I came to find out as I grew, is that my dad had woman here, woman there, right? Yeah. And it was like, while it may have seemed like it was monogamous, it actually wasn't.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's like my dad in some aspects. So that's why you have to question. But then when I think about like my granddad and my grandma, like they was together from they were 16, right up until he passed away not too long ago. Like they was married. Whether he was faithful the whole time, I don't know. You never had things like social media then as well. You know what I'm saying? To trip them up or to find out, you know, if they're going on with certain behaviors. But I mean, even in regards to marriage, I don't know if I believe in marriage as well. But that's a whole different.
We'll get into that, because this is also one of the things I looked at. Like I looked at marriage statistics, right? And in the Western world, they say roughly 70%, because from 60 to 70% of marriages don't work out.
Yeah.
Now that means you've got roughly a 30% chance, right, of sunset, and living that 2.4 children lifestyle. So then my brain said, because I'm an analytical individual, I'm like, well, if I've only got a 30% chance of anything, I ain't getting involved in it. Like if you get on a plane today, you're going on holiday. Cool. You got a 30% chance of that plane landing, yeah, at the destination that you want to be. You be like, I ain't going on that plane.
Yeah. I think that my reasons are more like, I don't kind of like in this society what marriage is, if that makes any sense. I mean, let me explain to you what I mean. I feel like if a man, if you love someone, like you love each other and you decide that you're going to get married, I feel like you should be able to have a small ceremony. You should be able to go, whether it be registry office, because you want to be married to each other. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, before, when I was younger, I think I might have had like more like the fairy tale thing of thinking, yeah, you know, like big ring, dress and everything. But I feel like it's become really materialized now, like too materialized. And it just makes you wonder why people are doing it. And is this societal pressure as well?
So you do not want to get married?
It's not that I don't want to get married, but I just...
Do you believe in the ideal of marriage? Do you actually believe in the ideal of marriage?
What do you mean? Like me being with, like, being with a guy that I fall in love with?
Finding your guy, having the children, having that life. Is that an ideal within your psyche that say, yeah, I want to aspire to that?
I wouldn't say I want to aspire to it.
Right, okay.
The only reason I say that, should I tell you why I say that? Because apart from like my career, like musically, like obviously I aspire to that. There's certain goals that I aspire to like in life, but I feel like, see, love, like I feel like it happens. Like when it's real, it just happens. Do you see what I'm saying? And if that's where you're meant to be, you end up there. I feel like a lot of people fuck up because they force it down that direction. You see what I'm saying? So you get together and forced, like there's dates, or never need to marry by this time. I feel like let it happen kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
Right. So
I've learned a bit not to plan so much.
Organic experience then, more so.
Yeah, like a bit more organic, because I feel like when it's more organic, it's like, for me, it's realer when it's organic.
Right.
You know, I feel like if you're with a man or something, or like a man with a woman, and you have to constantly be like, when are we getting married? When are we getting married? When is this happening? Need to do this, then what is that? Like, is that pressure? Is that the pressure from... Yeah, like that's, for me, that's not a relationship. Like that's just stress. I'm saying, like, who wants to be like that? Like, questioning like the guy and being like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? Like, I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I know a lot of people that have been life partners and they've never been married. Right. And they're still together. Me too. Yeah. Because they love each other. It's like, and they feel like they don't need a ring or a piece of paper to certify that. And don't get me wrong, I respect the people that do feel, because each to their own at the end of the day. Like I said, everyone's got their own morals and their own values, and you know, they know what kind of life they want to live. But just me personally, I'm not massively like fussed about it, if I'm honest. Do you think, that this social media generation makes it more difficult, for a man and a woman to stay in a monogamous relationship, to stay faithful? I think it makes it more difficult for the men, yes. For the don't say that. What do you mean? For the men, because I think like men get sucked in. I've probably even been guilty of posting pictures that suck men in. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like with Instagram, it's made all of us really narcissistic, like, and like really like vain. It even happens to me. Like I'm not a fronter. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it makes you vain. Yeah. And there used to be a time. You said just men though, like, because the reason why I said I don't mean just men like that, but I mean the images wise. So more times, like 90 times out of 10, you're gonna go to the explore page, or you're gonna go on Instagram, and you're gonna see girls with their bits out. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Not judging none of them. That's fine. Do what you do. But men see this, like this is what they're seeing all the time, like explore page, like. But you're not really seeing, it's not in your face like that with men. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you might see a couple gym man or something, but it's not. Listen, I think from my perspective as well. But there's a challenge going around now that I saw,
the shampoo challenge, yeah?
The what challenge?
Shampoo challenge. Have you seen it?
No.
Right.
Oh God, I can imagine what it is.
Bunch of men, yeah?
Yeah.
Like boxer shorts, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to balance a shampoo bottle on their D in it, right?
But a guy like that will never take him seriously. I'll never take you seriously. A guy gets on Instagram and does that, you're finished. You're done out, as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
To be honest, no, like, that wouldn't impress me. I'd look at that and I'd just think, what a mug. Like, that's what I'd think, yeah. What are you doing?
That's interesting. So are
you're telling me that you've seen women that are excited by that, by a guy
if
balancing a shampoo bottle?
you look at the comment section, women are gassed by that. Like, they're gassed. Like, the guy, you see the imprint of his D on the thing and he's balancing. They're gassed. Like,
well, I think that really depends on, like, the individual, like I said, and your values. But me personally, I would just look at him and think he's a prick. Like, I'll be honest, I just think he's a prick. I don't like men that do up them challenges too much and stuff either. Like, you're a man. Like, stop acting like.
Okay.
Stop acting like that.
Now you've got my brain, yeah? So when you say you're a man, yeah?
Yeah. Which at the same time is that's a little bit toxic what I said, like, you're a man. Like, be a man. A little bit. But I can pull myself up on that because I'm real.
No, but when you say a man, like, people have different ideals of what, like, manhood is. Like, I've spoken on this before. Like, so you're telling me your man specifically couldn't do them things because that's a little bit too what?
Like, don't get me wrong, like, there's certain things that I see on Instagram, like, guys participate in it, whether it be comedy or just having fun, pranks and stuff like that. Those things are funny to me, but I'm saying, like, standing there in your boxers and balancing a shampoo bottle on your dick, like, you're a prick. Like, what are you doing? Like, for me, that's just stupid. Like, it's not attractive to me at all.
So so a lot of people in the comment section, yeah, well, there's a woman that says that's fruity, yeah, that's a fruity behavior, right? Now, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing, right?
Yeah.
I literally, before I got on this live, was having a conversation with my friend. Now, we were talking about manhood, masculinity, femininity, right?
Yeah.
So, are there certain things, yeah, as a man that you feel like, as a woman, that you feel like men shouldn't engage in? Like, for your man specifically. It doesn't have to, I'm not talking about gender.
Yeah. Depends what you mean when you say what type of things are we talking about.
So, all right. So,
if you're talking about stuff like the TikTok thing where they swap clothes and then he's standing there in the dress.
Right, yeah. It's
a bit of fun. Like, when I've watched other people do it, I've laughed at some people. But I'll be honest, if my man said to me, "Come on, let's do that TikTok challenge," and then we'll add a switch, and then he's got my dress on after them. No, I don't want to do stuff like that. No.
Because what it essentially does is he's got to wear your clothes, you got to wear his clothes. Essentially,
no.
That's not manly to you, no?
No, don't you want to put my clothes on for? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to put my clothes on for? What's going on there?
But I'm going to go a little bit off topic, yeah, but I'm going to come back. But, okay, so I was just having a conversation. So, for me, a woman, right, because we were talking about men, because my friend's here with his woman, right?
Yeah.
So, we were talking about what it is, what women look for in men and what men look for in women.
Yeah.
And I was saying, for me personally, like, I listen to Cadence. Like, you're a rapper, yeah?
Yeah.
You know Cadence, yeah?
Yeah.
So I was saying, I look for a woman's cadence. Like, people say, what do you look for in a woman? I said cadence. And they were like, what do you mean cadence? Now, I'll break it down. So, you know when you watch like Japanese movies, right? And you hear a Japanese man speak. For me, I'm not, even though I will not understand what a Japanese man is saying, the cadence,
yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
sounds like, now, I don't know what they're saying, right? I don't.
Yeah, but it makes you want to listen.
But I know that's a Japanese man, innit? Right?
Yeah.
Japanese women, they will be like, and I'll be like, that's a woman, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what they're saying. So with me, with black women specifically, I look for cadence. And if I hear a male cadence in a woman, I'm gone. I'm like, I'm out. Literally, because I know as a man, right?
What is male cadence though? When they're like, yeah, son, or something like that. Is that male cadence?
So if I and her were into some kind of disagreement for whatever reason, because that's what happens. And I'm getting male cadence back at me, my initial
Do you mean the way she's talking? Do you mean her slang? Do you mean like her whole body language?
Energy, the cadence, the energy of it, like the way you speak. If I get that back at me, initially, my initial reaction is to give that right back, because I'm getting male energy back at me. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm getting that same energy. But I don't want to be like that with a woman. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be arguing a woman like I'm
so
arguing.
You don't want to be a woman that's going to put you in a position where you have to behave that way.
Right.
Basically.
But I feel like in this day and age, like you were talking about, like someone said in the comment section, a man being fruity. I feel like the energy of men and women is being flipped.
Yeah.
Men are becoming women and women are becoming more feminine. I would say. I know what.
Did you mean men are becoming more feminine and women are becoming more masculine?
Yeah. I think a lot of women are becoming more masculine and a lot of men are becoming more effeminate, right? And all of the lines are getting blurred. Remember, we're living in a day where you can identify as what the fuck you want. Like a man can say,
yeah.
A woman can say, I identify as a man. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like there's a time and a place.
Go on.
I definitely feel that there's a time and a place. So for me, for example, a lot of people, they meet me and they're like, I can't believe like you're like this, like you're so cool, or you're so, because obviously they've watched my music and seen that side and thought that I'm really aggy, which I can be when it's, when it's time. But I feel like there's a certain attitude and level of behavior that you have for different people. And I can be aggy, that some people might think like, that's really like, is that man them when they watch me back kind of thing, but not when it comes to like my significant other.
Right.
I know how to be, it's not even that I know how to be, like I'm putting it on. It just naturally happens.
Naturally is you,
I'm saying, it naturally, that's the kind of person that I am. I'm quite, don't get me wrong, I can be dominant, but I am quite submissive and that. And I do have that sweeter side and that with.
All right, so let's.
Which is normal. I'm not trying to be the man in the relationship.
You mentioned the word dominant, right? Now, and submissive. Generally, when women hear the term submissive, in this day and age, they're like, submissive what? I ain't got to submit to no man. Submission.
Because they don't understand what it means.
Let them know then.
So they don't understand. I think that obviously do you know what? People perceive things from their level of thinking. Do you see what I'm saying? But me, in regards to submissive, I don't think it means, that you get on your knees or something and you're like some slave and you're like submitting and bowing to your man. But for me, just submissive is not having that. Because, in the natural world, like say like maybe in the workplace or something like that, certain meetings that I'm having or corporation and company things where I have to go in them and I have to be dominant and not submissive, because that's what it takes in order for me to pull the deals off and stuff that I need. So in that kind of environment, I think it's very important. And plus men like a little bit of dominance sometimes. They don't want their woman to be a walkover.
But the thing, okay, so I'm a man, that like I said, the cadence for me is a big thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and a way in which a woman approaches me, like I've seen women in man's face before, like all of that. And
I don't believe in that, and the reason why I don't believe in that is because I've seen girls get knocked sparko for doing that. Right,
and the thing is, I'm not condoning that.
Yeah.
But I will look back and say, do you know the reason why that happened? Is because you brought that energy in it. You brought the energy that the man only knows how to do with that energy one way.
Yeah.
Right? Not condoning a man beating a woman. I don't think men should touch women like that.
Yeah.
But don't think women, yeah, should.
No, I do feel like if you're getting into something and a girl slaps you in your mouth, you should slap her back.
Oh, you feel like that, yeah?
Yeah, because why is she, like, my brothers, for example, yeah? I'm not saying thump her up, but my brothers, for example, when stuff like that's happened, I have found myself as the sister saying, you should have thumped her back. Because why is she acting like that? I'm not justifying it, but it works both ways. You know, we have this thing with like domestic abuse and certain things, yeah, where we kind of we focus on like the female side more, like what's happening to the women. Although it does happen to women more, I feel like with guys it kind of gets brushed under the table, and certain things that you would, okay, so say like you're scrolling on Instagram and you see something. I've seen a couple of things like the woman's poking the man in the head, him or something. People find it funny.
Yes.
But if it was the other way around,
yes.
There would be outrage, kind of thing. So I feel like definitely defend yourself, because I am a woman that likes to defend herself. But I think that there's, when you're getting to a point where you feel like you can fight man, that's a bit.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I've got a hard side to me, but I know my feminine side. Like, I'm in touch with all areas of myself.
All right.
If that